We have reached the NBA Finals. This year, the NBA Finals features the Lakers and the Heat. For the Lakers, they traded for Anthony Davis in the offseason, and a part of that trade was they had to give up the 4th overall pick in the 2019 NBA Draft. They also had to give up Brandon Ingram. They also had to give up Lonzo Ball, among the Lakers players they gave up to the Pelicans. Now, I do remember saying the day that that trade happened, the Lakers, they would appear to win the trade in the short run, but in the long run, the Pelicans may end up winning that trade. But it's been worth it so far, as LeBron James and Anthony Davis have been a absolutely dominant 1-2 punch all season long. While the Miami Heat, they have built their way to the championship based off of what they've constructed in the past few NBA drafts. They've drafted Bam Adebayo in the draft lottery. They drafted Tyler Hero in the NBA draft lottery. So those were 2 lottery picks. And they also signed Jimmy Butler in the offseason. Now, many people were being critical on Jimmy Butler by not being a team player. It appeared that maybe Jimmy Butler wasn't a team player on the Bulls or the Timberwolves or the 76ers. But this is a perfect fit, I think, for Jimmy Butler. And so far, it's paying off. The Heat are in the NBA Finals. So this NBA Finals, I think, is going to be a battle of experience versus youth. Now, there is a few players on the Lakers with NBA Finals experience. LeBron James in his 10th NBA Finals. Rajon Rondo has appeared in a few NBA Finals. Dwight Howard's appeared in the NBA Finals, and so has J.R. Smith. So there is 4 players in the Lakers that have NBA Finals experience. Over the Heat, Andre Iguodala has NBA Finals experience with the Golden State Warriors. Now, what I think could be the huge X factor in this final series, I did just get done saying a moment ago that it's a battle of experience versus youth. Well, Erik Spoelstra has coached in the NBA Finals 4 times, and he's coached with LeBron on his Miami Heat roster. So, if anybody can figure out how to stop LeBron James in the NBA Finals, it's Erik Spoelstra, because he has witnessed LeBron in the NBA Finals firsthand. Now, a big key in this NBA Finals is going to be forcing the bigs in early foul trouble. For the Heat, got to try to get Anthony Davis and or LeBron James in foul trouble. Even if you only get one of them in foul trouble, with these two together on the floor at the same time, it sets up a dominant 1-2 punch. But if you can get Anthony Davis in foul trouble early, if LeBron struggles and Anthony Davis is sitting in foul trouble, it's going to force Anthony Davis and the rest of the Lakers team to play more conservative and more safely. And for the Lakers, you've got to try to get Jimmy Butler in foul trouble early. You've got to try to get Jay Crowder in foul trouble early. And for the Lakers, guard the 3-point line, because the 3-point line is where the Heat can do a lot of their damage. Jay Crowder, solid 3-point shooter. Tyler Hero, who I think should have been the Rookie of the Year, or at least been in contention for Rookie of the Year, based off of what we've seen in the playoffs this year. And Duncan Robinson, a really talented 3-point shooter. So guarding the 3-point line is going to be huge for the Lakers in this NBA Finals. Now, I do think that the coaching advantage does go to the Heat, with Frank Vogel not having as much coaching experience as Erik Spoelstra. Erik Spoelstra, he knows how to coach in the finals. Now, I know some people say, well, LeBron James was just the coach on the Heat the whole time. But still, Erik Spoelstra has coaching experience in the NBA Finals, while Frank Vogel does not. Now, overall, how I think the series is going to go. Now, I think the Lakers, they do take Game 1. And Game 1, I think, is going to be huge, because I think Game 1 will be a huge telling point of where each of these teams will be throughout the 7-game series. I think the Lakers will take Game 1, because they do have a little bit more extra time to rest than the Heat do. I know it's just maybe one night, but it's still extra rest that they have. So it may be close to even, but still, I think the Lakers will take game 1. Game 2, though, I think the Heat will tie up the series. I think this is a game where Jimmy Butler has probably 40 points in game 2 to even up the series. Well, game 3, I think it's a night where LeBron and AD absolutely dominate inside of the paint. I think both of them are going to combine for probably 70 points in game 3, while the Lakers take a 2-1 series lead. Game 4, I think the Lakers will also win game 4. I think this is going to be one of those games where LeBron is going to dominate, where he'll have about maybe 35 points, while LeBron James has gotten a lot of triple-doubles during this playoffs. I think he'll have another triple-double in game 4. Game 5, though, I think the Heat will keep the series and their season alive. I think Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson will step up. Some unsuspected heroes in game 5, like Duncan Robinson, will show up to keep the series alive. Well, game 6, I think that is a series where the Lakers would have closed it out. I think the Lakers will win in 6 games. I do think LeBron James will be the finals MVP, and LeBron James will win his 4th NBA championship. And the big question is 2020 the last chance that LeBron James has of winning another NBA championship? Because with the Lakers being in the Western Conference and LeBron being in the Western Conference is always a gauntlet. Because you have the Warriors, they had one bad season, but they will get back to full strength. They'll have Steph Curry and Klay Thompson healthy. They'll have Draymond Green healthy as well. And they'll take advantage of the 2nd overall pick in the draft later on this year. So I think the Warriors will easily be back in finals contention next year. And the Spurs, they may be in rebuilding mode. But I think for as long as Greg Popovich is the head coach, the Spurs will be contenders. And you have the Denver Nuggets really improving. You have the Utah Jazz. I think the Utah Jazz will improve. The Phoenix Suns, they went an impressive 8-0 in the bubble. Well, the Miami Heat, I think the Heat are going to be in the NBA Finals at least twice within the next 5 years. I just think that the Heat, they are probably one veteran player away from being an absolute powerhouse in the National Basketball Association. So, my NBA Finals prediction, I like the Lakers in 6, and for LeBron James to be the NBA Finals MVP.